record on this. Hey, hey, business in a box here, insider scoop, private conversations that happen behind the scenes with Melissa, Naomi, and Tammy. You guys, we are so excited you're here because we are going to talk. This is going to be the real talk. We always have so many incredible conversations, and we're like, why are we not taping this? So, who's heard the latest gossip when it comes to network marketing, or the latest scoop, I should say? It's not even gossip, because does gossip mean it's not true? No, it can be true still. If it's
No,
gossip.
it can still be true.
Okay,
Yes.
well, okay, this is gossip then. Who knows what it is? Who wants to spill it? You guys go. Go ahead, Melissa.
Build the team. MLM team just went affiliate and dropped all their teams. I can't. It's unfathomable.
Is that the third one? That's the third one.
Yeah.
Last week. So
in the last
who is
week.
it?
Yep.
Roman Fields. That Saint makeup, and what was the other one? Beauty Counter, I think.
Was kind of like the first launch of it many months ago. Yeah, and then we have a couple more that have kind of said that they were going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I heard a rumor.
Oh, go ahead.
I heard a rumor. There's actually 15 companies that are looking to do the same thing in the next short while.
Well, I can tell you one company that's not going to be doing that. I just have to, can I plug this? Amare. They're not. I have an inside scoop with them. And I work with one of the top leaders in that company. And if you're looking for a network marketing company, I mean, there's other ones too, I'm sure, but we really want to start knowing the research. Solix is also a really good one. But there's more. But
one of the ones that's been high performing. Come in, sweetheart. My little girl is here. I'll tell you, this is part of our conversation.
No problem.
And this, do you need something, sweetheart? What do you need?
Yeah, no, it's important to know that, right? Like different companies, which ones are thinking of moving on, which ones aren't. Why do you think they're doing this? Do you guys have any ideas?
Well, I think it's about profitability, right? I think that they are not really understanding how to sustain the model that they created.
No.
There is a foundation that needs to be set with network marketing, and if it's not done correctly or appropriately from the beginning, then it begins to lose steam, it begins to lose profitability. And then at some point, if they don't catch it in time, right, if they're not looking at those key performance indicators and their analytics and all of that stuff, then they really don't know how to pivot.
Well, and I think this too. I know one of the companies I was with in the beginning, I was with Plexus. I think we're just going to name names here. In the very beginning. And so in the beginning of that company, they had a lot of goals financially, what they wanted for their people. It was all about, we're going to help you make money. And there was a shift. Once they got a taste of that money, this is my perception, by the way, they got a taste of that money and things changed. And I don't know, there's that verse. What is it about the eye of the needle? And to get into heaven, the rich, it's going to be as hard as getting to an eye of the needle. Like, I believe that money is not the root of all evil. So let's just talk about that for a second. That's not the truth. But I think it's going to test you in ways, and your character and your integrity in ways that I have not seen. Because how can a company, can we talk about that? Is that moral to just like, now we have this thousands of distributors are all losing their, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be a lot of posts coming out on people saying, oh, it's not affected me, I'm still doing great and stuff. But what they're not taking into account is the leaders who have spent years building up these teams that have been like, that's where I started in on, right? Like it was about helping others, and by helping others, it would help myself succeed as well. And that was a big, huge draw, is to help these other women succeed in business and draw them up with me. And now they're being dropped like they don't count. It's, I don't know, it's unfathomable to me. Like, I don't understand it. To me, it's wrong. That's my perspective on it.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I think that that's going to be important, because this is not a MLM or network marketing bullet session, right? We are network marketers at heart, and we're going to continue to do that, selling and really teaching how to social sell properly. And so I'd love to hear your perspective, and everyone that's live watching this video, if you want to drop in the comments of, maybe the network marketing teams that you've worked with, what was your initial attraction to network marketing? Maybe what helped you to sustain. But I'd really love to hear that from you ladies. And I know the group would love to hear that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what to look for in a team. Why do you want it? I love what you said, Melissa, about it was about working together with women and rising up together. And I think what happened in the last few years is that people got a bad taste of it because they got screwed by a couple bad people. I know we royally got screwed by some people on our team, and there was jealousy. That's what it stemmed from. And so, but I believe that it can be done right. I do believe that I've seen it. And I'm gonna go deep like I always do, but I'm gonna say when we work on healing ourselves, we start attracting people that are on the same vibration as us. And I was just going over in my last meeting, I was just saying it is just so insane the people that I'm working with right now. They're so in alignment with me. Their hearts are just, they're good people. And I've searched for this. And you know how now why they're coming into my life? I believe it's because I freaking went heal. I was healing like on a level warp speed. Like I'm talking paying $100 a week that I did not have for healing sessions and using my AO scan, my brain tap, my Oli, everything, using it all, right, to change my vibration.
Yeah.
There are good people out there. I guess that's my point, right? There are good people out there. There are people that want to do things right. There are people that actually want everybody to succeed and see it like that, right?
Yeah,
And a
totally.
lot of these companies too, I think did have that in their best, like they had that in their sight lines when they started these companies. And I think they just lost their way, honestly. Like
I agree.
they had the intentions there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of them too, though, they see a new way of doing business, you know, and I think that they're just looking for an opportunity to help people. Like, I mean, in some instances, if you've ever been part of these big teams, there are probably about 80% of people in teams that are not as highly successful as others, right? And so that's
True.
always a conversation for people that say, well, this is not a successful model because I am not successful, right? And so we have to go back
Right.
those foundations. And you know, you mentioned the company, and we mentioned two companies here that have been successful with this. And I think the key to them is that they support all of their distributors, right? And they've created this foundation of giving them all of the tools that they need to be successful, right? And
And the comp plan, right? The comp plan matters. And a lot of people don't understand the comp plan. It really matters how they've set that up, not only for the company to succeed, but for the little guy to succeed as well. But then we
right.
also want to make it that you can rise to the top if you are that big leader. And that's tricky. It is tricky with the
Yeah,
comp plan for sure.
for sure.
Something else you said there resonated with me, the pyramid. You know how they always used to say network marketing was a pyramid system, but it kind of has become that because the big leaders have risen to the top, and then those are the ones at the top, right? That's interesting
Yeah.
to think about.
Well, and that's the multifaceted concept that we have here at Business in a Box, right? Because as for myself, I didn't have a large team, but I made a lot of money. And so for me, it was I had a few key people that were in my alignment that I worked with, and we went for volume, right? We worked because we connected with people. We identified what their potential pain points were, what they needed to help them be successful. And that's what we sold them, right? We didn't sell them on giving them that they didn't need. And
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah.
Like people hated with that. It was like they were actually getting the results that they needed because there was such specificity and customization to their needs that it was helpful for them. And so then they became repeat buyers. And that's how you build it. And you look at it, that's the model that should be taken in any type of business, whether it's network marketing, small business owners, you know, any type of business that it's about the person. It's about the person that you're serving.
Brand the person, brand the person. And exactly, that's exactly why one of the big reasons Business in the Box is so different, right? A lot of us rep a few different products. We diversify, we do. And we're using the system to sell, to not only to brand ourselves, but to sell the product. That, and then we work our social media. So even if we're with a company that decides to change, we're still okay.
Yeah.
And that's important because you have to look after you first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, branding ourselves, like that's something that a lot of companies don't take into consideration, like especially in MLM marketing. It's all about the product, right? Like that's what they push. The websites that they do give you is all just about their products and their marketing. And that's again where Business in a Box is different because we strive to just help you brand yourself so that it doesn't matter what product you're pushing or that you're selling. It's about connecting with people that will connect with you because you resonate with them.
Well, and that product thing, I want to talk a little bit about that, because that is so, I see some companies and their people are like puking product on every single post. And that is exactly what you're saying. That is how the company is marketing it. They're giving them tools for their product instead of, so let's say, so something that we do at Business in a Box is we create reels. You can buy packaged reels for 30 days. So when we're creating these reels for a certain company, let's take Solix or Oli Life, those are both frequency-based businesses. We're really thinking more than just product. We're thinking about value, adding value. And that is why it is so different. We are teaching. We're always thinking about teaching the person that is watching your social media. So it's not just puke, buy, right? We're rather educating. I feel like that's so important.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there is when you guys sign on, if there's anyone here watching this that hasn't yet signed up for your plan, we have different tier levels based on what your goals are, right? You know, whether you're looking to make 10K or 50K, 100K per month, but something that comes consistent with all of those is a conversation with someone from Business in a Box, because we want to know what your goals are, what your why is. You know, are you looking to retire a spouse? Are you looking to change your location and move somewhere else? You know, what are these goals? You know, why do you want to help people? And in what facet? You know, is it something that you want to help teach people something, or do you want to help heal people, or whatever those are? And I think if every business did something like that, especially these network marketing companies, and kind of train this, which they don't know, which is why you got to come here, right? But this is everything that we've learned. And I think the three of us working together, we have really drilled this down of asking the right questions.
Yes, we have.
Well, sure. Yeah. So people walk away from that meeting understanding their why, who their buyer is. And that, I think, is the catalyst to them getting to understand what they're going to be posting and what, and then the product can fit in, right?
And
because
then they're like, authentic too. They're authentic. They're living authentically. And aren't we also sick of the fakeness?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The lies. Like, honestly, people are just straight out lying on their Instagram and Facebook posts. Like, I see posts about people making 100,000 within their first month. I'm like, hey, really? If it was truly that good, everyone would be doing it, but it's not. They're straight up lying on there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Like, we need to, I believe in visualization. I believe in all of that, but I also believe in truth.
Yes.
Speaker of truth would definitely be one of my strongest, and integrity. That's so, so important. And we're living in a world right now where that is lacking. And I think people want it. I think people want to know. And that's why our questions are so, when you start with us, we do some of the questions we ask: what do you want to make? How much time do you want to spend? How much money can you put in? You need to actually think about these things and a lot more before making a decision. What are you passionate about? Like, if you're not passionate about mental health, don't do the happy juice. If you don't care, like, don't. That's not for you.
Exactly.
I'm not going to try to push you to do it. No. If you're not passionate about certain things, you need to have, you want to talk about it, right? Like, what those things matter. And you're not going to be able to sell something unless you believe in it. I believe that. I just really do.
Yeah, we here at Business in a Box, we don't believe the statement, fake it till you make it.
No. None of that. It's like, be real, and then you have made it. Like, because what is the goal and what is success? We have to ask ourselves that. What is success? And I'm not saying we don't want to make money. I believe we will make money when we start to go back into ourselves and heal and become authentic. And then it is not something that can be, it's more stable. I want to say it's on ground. It's on solid rock. Right? Yeah. I'm referencing back to the Bible, but it's true. We want to build our house on solid rock. Why are there so many people? Let's talk about that. I always going to say it wrong. MMR? That's it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I always say MS. Oh, yes. That's like a disease. No. Okay. So, but when that started, there was people, I do believe people made money quick. Guess what? They also fell just as quick. So quick fix. It wasn't really thinking this is a business. This is something I want to build on. This is something, and that is also important. And that is why I think network marketing, all this has gotten a bad name. People just are not looking at it the right way. This is a business. There is a way to start a business, and we help teach that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not being shown where to go and what to do once they do get it. They get the package, they get the stuff to sell, but then they're left with that. And that's the same thing with the MLM marketers. And I've been with a few different in my, well, it's almost 20 years that I've been in MLM networking. And that's one thing that I struggled with a lot is the lack of training. They're told like, oh yeah, we give training and stuff, but do they really? It's more you do it my way or it's the highway. And here, that's one thing that I fell in love with as soon as I started was the in-depth training. And like I could go a lot further if I wanted to. It was all based on me and what I wanted and how much I wanted to learn. And if I didn't want to learn, there were packages there to help me that you guys would do it for me. And that's what really drew me to this because it wasn't just like, oh, here's the product. Now go off on your own and sell it. It's like, no, like let's work on this. Let's actually figure this out for me. And it was, yeah, you guys like took me by my hand and led me through it, which is something that, like I said, I've been through so many different companies in the MLM networking system. And that was something that was lacking on every single one of them.
Yeah, that was so important to me. And that's why I could never, for me, myself, I needed to be able to, because I'm a coach at heart. That's what that's what I am. Like, that's my main thing. And so I need to figure out what or help. I don't think I figure it out. I think everyone knows within themselves, but asking them the right questions to figure that out for themselves, right? Because ultimately we are in charge of our own lives. And yeah. Naomi, what are you going to say? I know you have some stuff. You're taking some notes.
I have when your brain is full and you don't want to forget something. And
That's what I'm doing.
inspired me here. No, because I'm sitting here and my kids are fighting in the background. There's noise going on over here. Okay. And this is what attracted me to network marketing, that I could build my own business without having to understand all of the setup, the legalities, the this, and that. It was almost like everything all just in a little box, right? And that was kind of what inspired what we built here, because it was like I opened the box.
Came up with the name because she came up with the name.
with we opened the box, but then with the network marketing, it's like it's almost empty, right? It's like I have all these pieces, but I don't.
That's so true. I have all these pieces and I don't know where they go.
Yes. Okay. So, and that was what happened to me. So when I left corporate and I was doing network marketing, it was like I worked so hard to figure that part out, right? And it was like I would rack my brain because I would start doing it one way and then say, no, you know what? That doesn't feel authentic. Let me try this way. And it was this constant like circling around in the same area. Yeah. And when I met with Tammy, it was like the directions were there. It was like, wait a minute, I understand it. And then bringing it all together was the opportunity to figure it out as a system. You know?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Giving the pieces that you need. And I think that is why, and that is the main reason that it's different, is that it's not cookie cutter. And that is why that onboarding call is so important to figure out, and that survey, and just really figuring out what is best for you and let us help you achieve it. And then also really talking to people about, this is your business. This is your business. Yeah. So let's help brand you and make you successful. I just got off a call with someone that I was doing that with. She has got incredible information. She's wise. She has so much to share, but she's all over the place using a ton of different platforms. She said, she said, I feel like I'm a deer in headlights. And I'm like, you have all the pieces, exactly what you said, Naomi. She has it all. It's just a mess right now. And so we are going to take her and we are going to make it all make sense and put it in order. What do you need? What do you not need? And not teach you. You know, it reminds me of university. My daughter's going to university and she's like, why do I have to take all these courses if this is what I want to do? Right? Like, we're taking all that you don't need to learn and going, this is what you need to learn to make money in your business and to also live your truth, live your destiny, be successful, and share your experiences to impact the world. Right?
Yeah. And I think that's all.
Pardon?
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Naomi.
you.
Oh no, I'm just saying that's the gist of it all, right? It's like you have it, you just need that coach to be able to put everything in the place where it belongs.
We all need that. Like, we have to stop thinking that we don't. It doesn't matter how high you get or how whatever, you need even more. Like, we all need that coach, that someone that isn't in our lives. Just like I think everyone should have a counselor. Like, you need somebody to talk to help, that isn't involved, right? That isn't
Yes.
so connected to you that they have their own, because let's just face it, when you talk to friends, sometimes they say what they want, not what you want, right? Like, it's just true. Go ahead, Melissa. Sorry.
No, well, one of the things I was going to say too is together we are strong, together we rise. And that's been a huge motto here. And also, like, so with all the different MLM companies that we've been a part of, what I've really loved about the business in a box, and I love that name, because it's like it also comes with a mismatch of all these different MLM groups. Like, we've got what, 4, 5, 6, I don't even know how many. They keep adding up different companies that are using business in a box platform, because we're that missing piece, we're that missing link that they're not getting within their own company. The training that I was talking about that I was lacking in, that's what business in a box gives you. It gives you that missing link in order to help you succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how do we wrap that up? I love that. You guys, we have just really, we're going to be jumping on more often, Naomi, Melissa, and I, and just having these candid conversations about the industry, what's happening, what's working now, what isn't working. We work with hundreds and hundreds of people, and we're always hearing the back end of what's going on and what people are struggling with. And we really want to open up a conversation and just get us talking, so that, because I believe that the more we talk, the more we actually see what is valuable, what isn't, where things are at. And it's what I wanted. I wanted someone to just come in and go, look, give yourself this is what you need. This is what you don't need. What are you doing? You're spending money on a million courses that are all over the place, and you're feeling more confused than ever because you've got all this knowledge, but it's not in the box, like Naomi said.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think that one takeaway that I hope that everybody gets from this is that we're praying for all of these network marketers that are kind of at this crossroads. You're trying to figure out and identify with discernment to figure out what your next move is going to be. But if we all kind of remember and cling to our own inner voice and figure out what it is that we want to do in our business, in our like, what do you want your impact to be 5 years from now? You know, is this a part of that? And if it's not, then you need to look outside of that, right? And be willing to stand on your own. And Business in a Box has so many amazing, incredible, successful women that are here to walk hand in hand with you guys, you know, to help network and brainstorm and these masterminds. So looking forward to, you know, hop into the trainings, you know, sign up for webinars and masterminds, and really get into the mix of working with other people. I know as network marketers, we are solopreneurs, and we end up kind of being in our own little shell and bubble for long extended period of time. And it's nice to be able to find and exchange perspective with other people that are doing similar models.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.